I've owned the Legion Go 2 for 2 months now, created over 60 optimized settings videos for the channel, and completed a full review. With over 200 hours of playtime, I've become incredibly familiar with this device. Today, I want to provide my top 5 underappreciated improvements for the Lenovo Legion Go 2. Battery life and efficiency. I'm seeing a ton of people ignore the optimization and functionality of this device at lower TDPs. I've had wow moments just sitting back in awe of how well a game runs at 20-watt TDP with high settings at full resolution. Too many to count. This battery life win is a big deal. And from my experience, productivity on this thing is even better. As a multimedia device, it sits a cut above the rest, and I've really come to appreciate the Z2 Extreme. Between the OS modes, moving from performance to efficiency, I feel like not only has Windows become more optimized, but this chip is an overall power consumption champ. Something I never thought would happen, happened. Hibernate is actually good on Windows. I'm talking about significantly improved battery drain and finally being able to trust that my game will still be running when I wake it up. I haven't run into any issues yet, knock on wood, of course, but this has truly impressed me the most. Even leaving the device idling overnight on the lock screen showed much improved consumption. I still have plenty of juice in the morning. It's just a great win for me, for Windows 11 and the Z2 Extreme. FPS and controller mode. Sometimes you just don't want to hold your handheld. Being able to continue playing without holding the device is a game changer. Lenovo stealing the Nintendo Joy-Con approach really elevates the experience because you get a controller mode and a way to be competitive on the go, which remains to be unmatched by any other manufacturer. FPS mode might feel like an afterthought at first glance, but once you try it, you will see how carefully it's been woven into the traditional handheld experience. Small refinements like the puck lock really polish the package. Even the default button mapping feels thoughtful. I'm not saying you have to like it, but I recommend you give it a shot. Tune the controls, adjust the DPI, which is conveniently mapped to the back button out the gate. Play 3 to 5 matches, and then let me know what your experience is in the comments. It may actually surprise you. Navigation, scroll wheel, trackpad, and buttons. One of the most annoying things about Windows is simply trying to engage with it. Most of the time, you're smudging your screen or awkwardly trying to tap a tiny icon to get the virtual keyboard up. With the trackpad and scroll wheel, the frustration is alleviated. Losing focus of your game or dealing with a random pop-up can be fixed with a quick thumb move and click. The design of the right controller is thoughtful and fits the overall aesthetic, and the additional tab and home screen buttons were much needed additions. These tactile navigation buttons allow for a no-touch approach that I really appreciate. Windows touch controls are getting better, don't get me wrong, but they aren't ready for heavy reliance yet, which is why these customizable back buttons and navigation buttons are such a win for me. Legion Space facilitates the customization perfectly. I've found no issues so far, even though there may be a slight delay when trying to load it up. It's still overall a great software. Real HDR. I cannot tell you how important HDR has been to me over the last decade. It was great to see on the Steam Deck OLED, and the Legion Go 2 continues that. Even with the hurdles of Windows, it is here and it is amazing. On the go graphics were always missing this, but with 1,000 nits of brightness, you will really appreciate these visuals. An 8-inch OLED screen couldn't have found a better match. Now this is an added, but not really. This is like top 5, still 5 ish. I decided to make a few people mad today. Windows 11. Now, before you run to the comments, hear me out. Windows 11 is still the most backwards compatible OS on the market. It runs games from decades ago. You get access to Game Pass, which is still the best deal in gaming, with 75 day and date games coming this year. The more I hate on Windows, the more I realize it's still the uncompromising champ. You just can't get this level of customization functionality without some quirks, which is, you gotta deal with it. I've come to accept it and even appreciate it. I get it though. Dedicated gaming devices should strip away the nonsense. But until that full screen Xbox experience really shines in a few years, I have enough workarounds. I've learned a lot becoming a PC gamer. And once it clicks, issues that once seemed daunting become easy fixes. So I'm okay for now. Bonus, this is one thing that I can't get enough of, this Wi-Fi adapter. This is the best Wi-Fi adapter I've ever used on my home network. Whether I'm downloading from Steam or Xbox, this thing flies and always hits my true speeds. It's beating out my PlayStation 5, my Xbox Series X. It's beating out stuff on Ethernet with using just the Wi-Fi. Definitely outpacing my Steam Deck OLED. It's just crazy good how good this Wi-Fi adapter really is. It just works, which is vital for remote play, GeForce Now, or those of us who delete and reinstall games often, since storage upgrades aren't exactly cheap anymore. Anyways, with all that being said, those are my top 5 most unappreciated features or enhancements that the Legion Go 2 has, plus a few bonuses, of course. Thank you all for watching as always. Let me know if you enjoyed the breakdown in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite things about the Legion Go 2 is. But until next time, I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.